I'm kind of late with this, but this is my top 10 games of 2018. Also, there's 2 games in here that I haven't played yet, but I'm just kind of like assuming that they're gonna be in this. And also, the thing is with these top 10 lists, all these games come out in between like after summer and December. So how can you like make a list in like January, December and play everything? That's impossible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a list now, and then I'm gonna come back in like the summer, somewhere in that between that, and I'm gonna see whether I still agree with this list, whether some things are changed, how the games that I didn't play end up. So yeah, let's just get into it. At number 10, I have Pokemon Quest. It's really fun, it's addictive, and all the animations are fun, and it's just easy, and it rewards you for playing daily and stuff, and that was really fun. And then later it got like a mobile port, which got me even more addicted. But at the end of the day, it got really grindy and I couldn't finish it. Like they expect you to just get to level 100, which takes like hundreds of hours. And then you might even have like a bad team still, and you still can't really finish it. And that's really bad game design, honestly. And it gets really boring after a while. But at the same time, like I said, it's fun and addictive at first, and it's free, so I still do recommend it to a lot of people, If you haven't played it, it's just fun, it's free. Try it on mobile. Then at number 9, I have Super Mario Party. It lacks a lot of content in my opinion. There's 80 minigames, which they act like is a lot, but I'm pretty sure other Mario Party games had a lot more. And also, they're really spread out. Like the river survival, what is called the river raft mode or something. It only has like 10 minigames. That's ridiculous. Like, why aren't all the 80 games like? I know why, because it's like they're co-op mini games in the river game. But like, then why only 80 mini games? If you're gonna make so many modes that have unique mini games, you should make a lot more mini games. Like, this is really weird, I don't understand it at all. And unlocking characters is really confusing. They just appear in like your overworld map, and so far I've only seen one, and that it's weird. The like rhythm game mode is also like really filler, and the tabletop mode stuff, it's not that fun. So with my friends, I mostly just play the regular boards, which, because they try to do so many things, and also because it just lacks content, it only has 4 boards, and the boards are really small. The dice blocks only go to 6, which is stupid. It's really annoying. I like hitting 10s, or 9s or 8s, and now it's constantly like, oh, I only got a 4, I only got a 5. Yeah, that's because it only goes to 6, and it's really annoying. And also, the spawning of the power stars are really close together. Sometimes you get like 3 stars in one turn. It's really stupid. It's just kind of a bad game, and it gets so much praise because it didn't have the car from Mario Party 10, but honestly, I much more prefer Mario Party 10. It just has a lot more effort in it and stuff. The only thing Mario Party 10 should have had is like a regular board mode. They just should have had like both these modes. So yeah, I'm kind of glad the car is gone, but that wasn't necessarily the issue, They just lack effort, these games. Like, of course not, because the developers work hard, I'm not saying that. But, it's, I don't know, it's kind of bad. Compared to like Mario Party 4, 5, 6, 7, even the first 3. But the game is really user-friendly. Like, you can practice really easily for the mini-games. Like, before you start, everybody has to say ready, instead of like someone pressing Z and then, you practice it all together. And that was really chaotic always, and that took a while. So the practicing and the user-friendly stuff, it's all great. And even though the high-fiving and stuff is kind of cheesy, it's kind of fun, honestly. So I did have a lot of fun with friends and stuff, but the game is really slow and it lacks content. So yeah, I don't know. If you've never played a Mario Party game, this probably is kind of fun to like try out. And if you have, it's the only one on the Switch, So honestly, it is kind of worth buying, which is annoying because it's not that great of a game. But yeah. On number 8, I have NBA 2K19. And I don't usually put NBA 2K games on here because I play them every year, and they're pretty much the same every year. But this one in particular, it was just so much better from the previous one. The previous one, you could go into the paint and score layups and dunks really easily, but at the same time you missed a lot of open layups for some reason, and you missed a lot of open shots which you could create because you could go so easily into the paint. This game removed that. Open shots go in mostly. You can't constantly go into the paint, but it's not too hard either. you can play without, really knowing what you're doing. But if you know what you're doing, you're probably gonna win, and that's how it should be. It's a fun, balanced game. You can skip cutscenes into my career, which is really great. I'm pretty happy with this game. So at number 7, I have Mario Tennis Aces. The single player is really fun, but it's also really short. Like, I beat it in like 4 hours, I think. The bosses are so much fun, so unique. I kind of recommend this game for everybody to just try the single player, but I guess that's about it. I think maybe like buy it used and try the single player and then just resell it. I guess that works, Just don't pay too much money for this game, I think. The multiplayer at first wasn't that much fun because, the gameplay is really fun, but also the abilities and stuff, they get like overused by some people and then it gets annoying and it feels really random and stuff. Like, I think even though the gameplay is really polished and stuff, I think Mario Power Tennis for the GameCube still is the better game. It's kind of like stiff and outdated now, but like at the time it was great. And I think excluding like the polish and stuff, Mario Power Tennis is a better game. But Mario Tennis Aces is still fun. It's also, that's the thing, it's just not that much better than Ultra Smash. I had a lot of fun with Ultra Smash because you still had to like upgrade your characters kind of the old way, and that kind of gets me motivated to play it, by myself, because I don't really have friends who like this game, so it's either unlocking stuff or it's online. But now they fixed the online. It took a while, but it's now a lot better. They have a ranking system, kind of like in Splatoon. You have like a ladder grade. That makes it a lot more fun. And I haven't played it that much since because I'm playing a lot of Smash Bros. And other games. But I think I'm gonna put in some more hours because of this. Though that said, they changed it so it wasn't constantly the same course, like the arena. They had like all the other courses as well, like the forest level and the snowy level and the like level where all the Shy Guys and stuff cross the road. All the fun levels that they had in the online mode, but now they removed it. I'm so confused by it. That was such a great idea to just have variety in levels. I don't have to hear the same music over again. I don't have to see the same level again. Just every time it's a different level. But now they removed it and it's like, I don't understand why. It was such a great idea. So the online, it's better in some ways, but it's still not perfect. So yeah, I kind of recommend this game if you're really into like Mario Tennis, I guess, and also for the single player, but then don't spend too much money on it. Okay, so these are the 2 games that I haven't played yet. It's Spyro the Dragon Collection. I'm a huge fan of 3D platformers, so I'm just assuming that at number 6 it probably will be there, I'll play it before the summer probably, but right now it's kind of expensive and I'm not too sure about the game, so I just want to wait it out, get it for less money. But it looks beautiful and it looks like it plays amazing, and the collecting doesn't seem like overwhelming. It just reminds me of like Banjo-Kazooie, but like a lot prettier and stuff, And I always thought that the old Spyro games, they were so stiff and ugly and stuff. This just, it doesn't even seem like the same game anymore. This looks so amazing, So this is the first time I'm actually really excited to play Spyro. And I haven't played the other games, so that's why it's going to be like a new game for me. And I think that's why I will put it at 6. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess, So at number 5 I have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And I've played the other 2 reboot Tomb Raider games, and they're really great. I love them. Lara Croft is one of my favorite video game characters. I love the story, I love the gameplay, I love shooting with the bow, that's really fun. Crafting things and stuff is kind of fun. And Rise of the Tomb Raider, I kind of tried to like play it like 100%, beat everything and every little thing. And that got kind of like tedious and annoying. And a lot of tombs are really hard to find. And so basically after that I just gave up and I just finished the story. And then I didn't really see any tombs or anything, so that was kind of weird. But Shadow of the Tomb Raider, apparently it has like a lot of tombs that you have to do, like they're built into the story and stuff. So then you'll organically just like play them and stuff. And I like that a lot. That sounds great. That sounds like it's gonna be the best out of the 3, honestly. So I'm really excited for it, and I don't really understand why I've waited so long. I have it now, because I waited so long, it's now free on Xbox Game Pass, and I have that. So that's perfect for me. So I'm gonna play it really soon, and we'll see over the summer or something, where it ends. But right now I have it at number 5. So at number 4, I have WarioWare Gold. It's really fun. They have so many classic microgames, and they have some new ones, and The story is especially really fun, and like the voice acting is great. It has voice acting for the first time. I laughed out loud when I watched the cutscenes. It's that funny, and the voice acting makes it so great. And there's like a mode where you can do like a do-it-yourself voice acting. You can just do the voices yourself. And I've seen some like YouTube streamers or Twitch streamers and stuff do like really funny stuff with that. They just did it like really exaggerative, or they just like replaced it with funny stuff. They like cursed in it and swore in it and stuff, and that was just really funny to see. It's really creative, and I haven't really voiced stuff myself in it because I don't know, it's kind of intimidating to do, I guess. Just streaming weird stuff into a 3DS mic. I don't know. And the timing is difficult and weird, but I'm probably gonna try it anyway soon though, But it was already really fun to watch, So I really, really recommend this game, and it's not that expensive. I think like 35 euros, dollars, bucks, quid, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I really recommend it, and it's really fun, especially if you haven't played a WarioWare game, I think, because it has like all the old stuff in it. And yeah, that's more fun if you haven't played it, I guess, because I recognized a lot of games and I was like, oh, I already played this one. On one hand, it's kind of nostalgic and stuff, but on the other, it's kind of it's more fun if it's fresh, I guess. So if you haven't played any WarioWare game, this is the one you have to play. At number 3, I have Pokemon Let's Go. I have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. It's really fun, and I especially like the random encounter system, because there isn't any, basically. Like, you see the Pokemon running in the grass, and you can just choose to like go up to them, and that's so much better. I have never liked random encounters. I hate just walking in grass and just all of a sudden when Pokemon attacks you, just so annoying. Like, I just want to choose that myself, and it's just so much fun to like see a Pokemon walking that you really want to have, and then you just run up to it and you can catch it. And also the catching with motion controls is really fun. It's so much more fun than just pressing buttons. I also like the stat system. At first I didn't really notice it and stuff, but it made it so that I have like a really strong Butterfree. Usually Butterfree isn't strong at all, and it's like one of my best Pokemon in my team. And I have kind of like an offensive Venusaur, which is really fun. Like, it just has a lot of offense and not that much defense. And maybe I'm just like kind of ignorant, and other games had that as well, but I feel like this game has that a lot more. You can have like amazing stats on attack, but like poor stats on defense and stuff, even though that Pokemon is supposed to not be like that at all, and that's really fun. And also I got a Kingler, and it was so bad, and I was really confused about why it was bad, and it's just because he had like okay stats on like everything. And that, I don't know, I had a lot of fun with that, but at the same time I don't really want that in the new Pokemon game, I think. It's fun in this way, in the Let's Go form. And also it wasn't really that much fun anymore when I found out that you could just, the more you catch a certain Pokemon, the better his stats will be. So now I have just like a Scyther with just like great and fantastic stats and stuff, and it's just like, that wasn't really random anymore, and I did that myself. And then, yeah, it was more fun at first, but it's still fun and it's unique and stuff, and I liked it. It's an HD, the game. They made it more user-friendly, more easy. The other games were really confusing and difficult to get through, Yeah, I know Pokemon is easy, but like, if you want to get Surf, how are you going to find that out without looking it up in a guide, Now, getting Surf and stuff has been made so much easier, So the entire game is easier, more user-friendly in a good way, And also I've noticed that if I don't catch that many Pokemon, that I don't really gain that much experience from just fighting trainers. And that's actually a good thing, because it makes it more difficult, to beat other trainers. I like that. That's not a bad thing. I like that a lot. The music is great. The game, though, honestly is kind of slow. So I haven't finished it yet, because sometimes I'm not really feeling it because it's like kind of slow. But, I'm really close. I have like 6 badges, something like that. And I know how Gen 1 games are, so, it's a great game. I recommend it to a lot of people, if you're a fan of Pokemon, if you've only like seen a little bit of Pokemon from the anime, or you've played a bit of Pokemon Go, this is also the one you should play. It's for everybody, in my opinion. At number 2, I have Celeste, and Celeste is like, it's a great platformer. The level design is terrific. The music is amazing. It has like a really cozy feeling for some reason. Like the the snowy mountains and stuff. It gets me in a good mood, honestly. And this game makes it feel so good when I manage to go through a tough section, because the gameplay is just so good. And the art is great, the art style, the characters in it are great. And actually, there were like a lot of emotional scenes and stuff. And Madeline, the character, she has like a lot of anxiety and panic attacks. And actually, that kind of hits close to home. That's really weird. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but like it feels like the mountain Madeline climbs. It feels like the struggle you have to go through, like in daily life. You know, it's like all very like education, like school and stuff. You know, like you have to go climb like a mountain, and you constantly want to give up because it's too hard, and you feel like you have to prove it to yourself to like get it, to like beat it, and you're struggling inside. You know, like should I quit or continue? And she has that a lot, and she gets like panic attacks through it, and that's, yeah, it feels like kind of like being alone during that. You know, other people don't understand it, and yeah, that hits a bit close to home. So that was kind of sort of emotional, you know. But those characters actually are pretty great with that. You know, they help Madeline learn a lot, because either they don't deserve her trust or they're just great friends, and that's so much fun to see. Like it's such a emotional game, and it's such a unique game. It's like all that stuff in like a difficult 2D platformer, like that's so unique. I didn't expect that at all. I kind of went into it blind, and that was really surprising, and I was really caught off guard, and it was really fun. Though the collecting is not that fun in my opinion. Oftentimes I go like to the right or the left, and I'm not sure if it's the right way, and then turns out I can't go back, and I've missed like the collectibles. So I would have had to do that level all over again, and the levels are really long. Sometimes it took me like a half hour, I think, or an hour or more maybe. Like they're really long. Like you constantly have like checkpoints and stuff, so you can quit anytime, I think. But still, they're really long. So I'm not gonna do those levels again. I don't want to do that. But the thing is, the game tells you, like in loading screens, collecting is just bragging rights. You know, don't expect any rewards, and it's just for yourself. So that's great, because oftentimes I get the feeling like I miss stuff when I don't collect. You know, like I miss some secret level or something. For example, like Donkey Kong Country, like returns and tropical fruits mostly. If you don't collect in those games, you miss like 60% of the game. You know, all the most fun levels you don't get unless you collect stuff. So I'm really appreciative that the game tells you to just not collect. Like it's not necessary at all. And also they constantly tell you that the game is hard and that failing is okay and that it's a learning experience, you know. And I appreciate that, because I don't know, it's just text, you know, that tells you that. But still, sometimes I felt discouraged because I kept messing up the same mistake. But I don't know, because they tell you that it's supposed to be like that, and you're like, oh, it's not my fault, you know, it's just the game. And I haven't beaten it yet. I'm like at the final boss, and I keep postponing the ending. I don't know why. I'm probably gonna finish it this week. So I've beaten like 90% of the game, you know, the main story and stuff. So yeah, it's a great game, and I almost considered putting it at number 1. I had a pretty difficult time placing it in this list, and I was really considering, you know, putting it at number 1. But at number 1 is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's just Smash Brothers, you know. Smash Brothers is always fun. I like every Smash game to date. But it does lack single player content. It misses like an adventure mode for Melee. It misses break the targets. It misses all the stadium modes, you know. I felt like, because this is the Ultimate Smash game, maybe I set my expectations too high, you know. But I felt like, because it's the Ultimate Smash game, board the platforms would be back, race to the finish, break the targets, you know, the one game that's in classic mode, the one mini game, that's not fun at all. Like, why not just put like race to the finish in that instead, you know? That was so much more fun. And All-Star mode is now basically just a fighting polygon team, you know, like 100-man melee, you know, it's basically that. But it's a lot harder than regular All-Star mode. Like, what's the point? I thought this was to make All-Star mode easier and quicker. It's really difficult. It's not fun at all, so I don't get it. Also, World of Light is really underwhelming and too long. Spirits are not as fun as trophies. The challenges, you know, they're kind of easier than in previous games. That's also kind of underwhelming, I guess. I mean, I was done with him quicker, you know. But I like the challenge of like beating Master Core on level 9. You know, in Smash for Wii U, like 3 times you had to do that. That was really fun for some reason. I don't know. I like suffering, I guess. I don't know. But even though I'm kind of disappointed with all that, there's so many characters and there's so many stages. And from the multiplayer perspective, you know, and all the music and stuff, they have the most content ever. and it's the best gameplay yet. So, because of that, it's just number one. It's just, I've played it so much with friends and online and stuff, and the single player is still fun, just not as fun as other games, like especially Brawl, like with the Subspace Emissary and stuff. But yeah, it's still Smash Bros. And it's still great, and the gameplay is better than ever. Also, I did not a full review, but like an impressions video of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. But it's basically, my opinions are pretty much the same. So check out that video. And I also did a full review of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Check that out as well. I'll put both of them in the description. And I think whenever I've got all the spirits and did Classic and All-Star with every character, because I've already got the challenges, because then I would have Ultimate finished 100%. I've completed everything. Then I'm gonna do like a completion video about it, but that's gonna take a while. So I'm just saying it, but it's not gonna happen soon. I also am probably gonna do, because I've been tracking my favorite games from every year since 2015. I just started doing it on notes. I didn't know that I eventually would have like this YouTube channel, but I still have them. So, I'm gonna do a separate video for 2015, 2016, and 2017 and talk about my favorite games from then. And also, I'm gonna make a video soon about my favorite upcoming games from 2019. So, look forward for those. Maybe I'll make them after this already. I'm not sure. But, you'll see them.